Hello, third graders. This is your Tuesday, April 7th, 2020 YouTube lesson for the day. If you log into our literacy classroom, you'll see your to-do list here for you. Okay, this is your must-watch video. The link will be here as soon as I finish. Okay, first thing, that's what we do. We watch our video. Then our second piece for today is to do Amplify, and you will notice today we're doing Inkblot, which is a different section on Amplify. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, the next part is we are going to reread Epic Covered in Water and complete the questions on Google Classroom. I will go through which specific pages we're reading today because we know good readers reread things many times. So this time we're going to do a close reading of 2 pages and focus on answering questions for that. The last piece you have is to read on Epic for 20 minutes. I have your timer for today and some calming music. Let's jump into our lesson first, and then I will go through some other things for you. Okay, whoops. Technical difficulties. All right, there we go. Here's our lesson for today. Here's your wonderful teacher. Wow, what a smile. Okay, our learning targets for today are I can define affixes and learn new vocabulary words, and I can answer questions using evidence from the text. This is the same question we used yesterday. Today we're going to practice that skill with 2 more pages as we're doing our close read. Okay, your first question may be, what are affixes? So remember, those are parts of a word that are added to the beginning and or the end of a root word or a base word to create a new word with a new meaning. So prefixes, some examples, let me get that out of your way, are re, un, pre, dis, not, miss, or non. And some suffixes we know come after the root word are full, we have ed, ly, less, able, in, or nest. So I have some examples for you. Our first word is happy. We know that happy means feeling, really good, feeling glad. If I add the prefix un to it, unhappy, it changes the entire meaning of the word, right? We're not feeling happy. If we look at that, it tells us un means not. Let's try another one. I have the word calm. We know that that means peaceful, relaxed. We feel very calm when we do mindfulness in our classroom. If I add the suffix ly to it, that means how. So I could say how I did something, I did it calmly. So maybe I went on a walk today with Rico and I did it very calmly. That is not the case. He is not very good to walk with. He barks at everyone. So it was not a calm walk, but that is an example for you. Okay, so those are affixes. You are going to use this today when you do Inkblot on Amplify. The Inkblot section is all about affixes. So you get to go through and dig, and I will show you how to do that. And you'll find different affixes, whether they go in the front, they're prefixes, or they go at the end of the word, they're suffixes. And you get to learn some new vocabulary words, and then it will give you sentences where you have to figure out which suffix will make the most sense, okay? And I'll show you some examples of that in a bit. Okay, this next one, we went over this yesterday, but it doesn't hurt to go over it again. Things that we need to do when we're answering questions in a text. Read the entire story, or in today's case, make sure that we're reading the 2 pages completely. We read our question, figure out what it's asking. We read all of the answer choices. We go back and find the answers in the text. This is really important. With online learning, it will be really, really tempting for you to just click an answer and say, I'm done, okay? But we want to make sure that we are really going back and finding those answers before we click them, just like we would in the classroom. And then you need to find your no way Jose's. In your mind, cross off the answers that are wrong, okay? So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you what we're doing. So we know for Inkblot, we're going to be focusing on vocabulary. So if we log into Amplify, we'll have these 4 options. So today we're going to focus on Inkblot. So if you click it, it looks like this. And you need to collect word parts. So this is your little digger. And what you'll do is you'll click on maybe a word, illness, and it tells you what that prefix ill means, or what that suffix ness means actually. And when it lights up, you click it. So it says ness means like this, okay? So then you keep going, you dig through, you click on other words. Farmer, this gives us the suffix er. We click on it. It tells us a person or thing that does something, okay? Then you have this, you click those, you like to collect those, it's kind of a game. And then we have the prefix im, so we click on it, and it tells us means not or the opposite. Then when you get to this section, you have to read the sentence and figure out whether it's a suffix or a prefix that goes here to help make sense with the word. So Blot is tired and is getting a little blank patient. She wonders when she will find the end. The answer is im, okay? So that's our Inkblot for today. And that focuses on vocabulary. Your next piece is to read Covered in Water and complete the questions on Google Classroom. So today you're just going to focus, and I need to make that change in here. Maybe I'll do that right now. Read pages 18 and 19 and Covered in Water and complete questions on Google Classroom. That way you have that. So if I go into Epic and I have Covered in Water, I'm going to go to pages 18 and 19. They're on the water cycle, and I'm going to go through and read this again, okay? And then remember, if you don't know a word, you can click on it, and it reads it for you. You just hit that button, and it will read it for you, okay? Then you need to answer the questions. So we have the water cycle questions, because these two pages are titled the water cycle. So you click on that, you click on the Google form, and it will take you to the questions. There are 3 of them. They're each worth 1 point. So the first one says, what is the main idea of pages 18 and 19? So you'll have to read the whole thing. No way, Jose, the answers that don't make sense, and then find your correct answer, which is not a part of the water cycle, okay? And the last one is, what happens when cold air turns back into droplets of water, okay? Make sure that you hit submit. If you don't hit submit, it will not save your answers, okay? Those are all of our pieces for Tuesday, April 7th. I do want to give a couple shout outs. For Amplify for Monday, April 6th, Alex, Mason, Aiden, Alexia, Brandon, Angelica, Suri, and Carla all did Amplify for 30 minutes or more. If I didn't call your name and you logged on to Amplify, that means you didn't do it for 30 minutes or more. Maybe you did it for 4 minutes, maybe you did it for 17, but we know our goal every single day is to do it for 30 minutes. And if you're having a hard time keeping track of your time, you can use your timer. Today I picked a go-kart race timer for you. So you just go here, your little timer will pop up and you can say, okay, I need to do Amplify for 30 minutes, set my timer, start. And it looks like that, okay? The other shout out I wanna give is for Monday, April 6th, your goal was to do the quiz at the end of the story. So once you get to the end of the story, you had a quiz to do. So there were 9 of you who did the quiz: Alexia, Mason, Sochi, Christiana, Monty, Aiden, Alex, Angelica, and Brandon. So way to go. If you want to shout out tomorrow, make sure that you're doing all of your work. So make sure that you are doing Amplify for 30 minutes. You're answering the questions in Google Classroom for pages 18 and 19, and you're reading for 20 minutes on Amplify, and I will be happy to give you a shout out. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, you can have your parents message me on Remind, or you can message me yourself.